Hi Scorpio, this is going to be a general reading for your sign between the week of the 1st to the 7th of December. Let's begin. Honing the craft. You're honing your craft, you're honing your skills in some sort of skill, in some sort of industry. Yeah, some sort of industry, you're honing your skills, making them better. I'm seeing like art. Art, is it art? It's not art. Oh, you're gaining insight into what it is you are. It's like I'm seeing like these rays of that are going into your crown chakra of what the next steps are for you in your life, and you're getting downloads. Basically, is what I mean to say. You're getting downloads. Becoming better at what you do. It's like you're getting downloads on how to become better than the competition in whatever your industry is, whatever you've been working on. I'm hearing head above the rest, so it's like you stand out from all the competition around you. I feel like you're in an industry that's very competitive. You're not a big shot. You're an upcoming rising star. You're like a rising star, but you're not this guy. You're not well known in whatever this is you're working in. But you are a rising star, whoever you are. You have a great capability. You have a great capability of doing so much, doing a lot, really. You have a lot of promising talents, is what I'm hearing. You're finding work, you're finding fulfillment, you're finding happiness. You might be finding love this week as well. It's all of the above. You've been in a period of your life where things have not really moved. Things have really been still. And you've had to learn how to be still with the stillness. And you're like transitioning from that chapter. That's that part. Your life is a story, and every chapter is meant to be different from the last chapter. The last chapter's finished, but you're still in that mode of being in that last chapter, of like really having to. You're still being still. You're still being still. How still? Still. Sorry. You're being still. You're still being still. You're learning very quickly how to move through this new chapter, how to move through this new cycle. You're gonna do great things in this world. Like the world is your oyster. Like you have a great potential to reach at a very high height, and you're in a position now where you've done the inner work. You've done a lot of personal development, soul searching about who you are, and you figured it out now of who you are by doing a lot of healing work. And now you're moving it towards your purpose. You've started it already. Whatever your purpose is, you've started working towards it, and now you're at a time where you've learned the basics and you're honing those basic skills here this week. You're flourishing this week. You're flourishing. People are noticing you in big positions. It may not be in your company, but it's in big positions. Make sure you're making your work public, making it like you're on social media and stuff, so people can see you. Don't keep it private, because you're closing the scope of possibilities for yourself. You might be feeling like staying still, like in the last chapter. Don't stay still. This new chapter is about you opening up from learning from that stillness and opening up from the stillness. Not, if that makes sense. It's like you're a flower flourishing this week. Like you might have been homeless in the past, you might have gone through like a lot of dark times where you didn't know if you're gonna live or you're gonna die. Like you went through traumatic experiences as well, and like you've learned to be patient with yourself. You've learned to treat yourself well through things that you may have regretted. You were harsh on yourself before, and you've come to love yourself now, and you're in perfect balance, perfect harmony with what is meant for you. You're receiving your gifts, you're receiving your divine blessings, you're receiving your good karma, and you understand the more you're in alignment to who you are, the more easier life is. I'm hearing best as the best. So you're being applauded here in the spiritual realm for being the best of the best. You're a very real person. You know you don't have monikers. You don't have identities you hide behind. You wear your heart on your sleeve, and you've been working hard. You've been working real hard. You've been very productive towards your life path, working hard towards your life path, to developing yourself, to developing abundance for yourself. Let's pull you out some cards to delve deeper into what is going on for you here this week. So, sorry, I've got to record. So your current energy, you're very motivated at this time. You're very focused. It's like you're driven on a mission to find more harmony, find more balance within your life, to find people that are like you, your soulmates, or whether friendships, platonic friendships, whatever, relationships of any kind, as well as coming into harmony, unity within yourself, as well as your external world. You're very driven to go this way and remove yourself at this time. Your current energy is to remove yourself from conflict. You're trying to move away from conflict, disagreements, regrets of any kind, getting yourself into situations that you regret, as well as feeling like you need to win at all costs in situations because your environment doesn't feel the best, like the environment you're in, where you live or where you work, and it doesn't feel the best. You're motivated to move away from all of this energy, and you're working hard towards it. Like I said in the channel, you're working hard towards moving away from this kind of environment, and you're like on a mission, and focused and motivated to see success. and this is the energy you're currently in. So yeah, you have come into more harmony, you have come into more balance, but you're seeking more of it. You want more of it within your life. You love the way you feel when you're balanced, when you're in harmony with just life in general, and you want more of it. So this is the energy you're currently in. You're trying to get away from conflicts and people that are trying to create conflict around you. Again, you're kind of tired of the same old, the same old situation, same old people. When they come, you see their face, you know what they're going to say before they even say it. You're just tired of it. You want to move away into a higher vibration, around people with higher vibrations. You don't want to be around people that have lower vibrations anymore, but unfortunately you are in a situation right now where around you there are a lot of lower vibrations, but you are moving towards moving into an environment where there is higher vibrations. I feel like it's going to be something that will happen for you here in the next few weeks, where things will start to change for you in a major way. But let's get into the rest of the reading. So your theme for the week is the Hanged Man. So this week you're going through an energy where things are feeling like they're in a pause. So the whole point of this pause is to gain new perspectives on what you're going through in life. And this pause is going to feel like the whole week. This whole week is going to feel very long for you. It's going to feel like you're on Groundhog Day. If you haven't seen that movie, watch it if you want. It's like basically a guy, he's stuck in the same day. He goes to sleep and he wakes up at the same time on the same day. So it's like the day never goes forward. It's like all the situations in the morning, they're always the same until he finally figures out how to break free. But this week is going to feel very slow for you, and there's a whole reason you're going for a spiritual experience here of gaining a new perspective. So this week you are actually being asked to look at things that are stagnating you, things that are bringing you down, things that you need to surrender, habits, ideas, ways of being that are stagnating you, things that you need to surrender or sacrifice in order for you to move forward. Because there's things that are holding you back at this time from truly feeling free, and this could be things within you also that you need to surrender or sacrifice for your evolution, for your growth. But you need a new perspective. Here the Hanged Man, he gets stuck on the fall on his journey. He gets stuck basically. He gets his foot caught in a rope, and he gets put upside down for the whole day. Rather than struggling, he allows himself to stay in this hangman position where he's upside down, so that he can see things from a different point of view, and he gains some sort of enlightenment by staying in this energy. So you're going through this energy for the whole week here. Between Monday and Wednesday, you're going through this energy of the Hermit, and clarifying the Hermit is the Four of Wands. So you are going deep within and using the answers that you found up until this point, like I was saying in the channel, like you in this last chapter, you went through a very deep dive, and it's similar to this deep dive that the Hermit does. So in this journey, he goes to the top of a mountain, the Fool goes to the top of the mountain. At the top of the mountain, he figures that he hasn't learned anything in this part of his journey, and every chapter in his journey he learned something. So he hasn't learned anything yet, so he decides to continue his journey upwards. So he finds another mountain that he ends up climbing, and this mountain is more treacherous than the first one. So he's climbing this, and it's like the rocks are all jagged, his fingers start to bleed, his teeth are chattering because it's so cold, and he gets to the top and he's like, what's the point of me coming here? There's nothing here. It's just ice, it's brittle ice, and very jagged rocks on the surface. And he turns around and he sees a small hole, and there's a cave, and inside the cave he finds this lantern and this cape, which protects him from the weather, as well as allowing him to see. And he ends up meditating in this cave, and and he allows his mind to wander to give him the answers. And this is what you've done in this last phase, this last chapter of yours. You were trying to force things to happen, and then you came to a point where you understood that you needed just to allow things to unfold. And that's what you started doing. You started allowing things to unfold, and as they unfolded, you gain clarity about which way you needed to go, and that's when he comes down from this mountain. And so between Monday and Wednesday here, you're using this guidance. I feel like you're coming down this mountain here, between Monday and Wednesday, and the Four of Wands here is representative of a homecoming. So this is your homecoming of you. This light here is in the shape of a star, and the star is also the shape of the heart chakra. So it's like he's following his heart basically, and this is a homecoming of your heart coming back into you, and you leading from your heart towards your true happiness, your true soul's calling here, and where you're being led to, and you're celebrating this and feeling even more harmonious within yourself as you're following your own guidance forward towards whatever you're working on, whatever this thing is that you're working on. You're honing your skills. You've done all the self-examination, you've done the introspection, you've gone within, and now you're following your inner guidance as to how to improve what you're doing. And this is what this energy is about. You're perfecting your work, and celebrating this. You're being celebrated here because your work is very different. Whatever you're working on is very different to what everybody else is doing around you, and your work stands out, and you're being celebrated. And you're going to celebrate something here because someone's going to notice you doing something, and they're going to be like, oh, this is amazing, I've never seen something like this before. The conversation is going to go like that, and it's going to be in person. This person's going to see you in person or on social media. There's either one or the two. And so yes, you're meeting people that are more or less on the same page as you. These people that are much higher ranking than you, but you're on the same page as them because you're very talented, and they're going to notice you, and you're going to meet these people. You're going to be celebrating this fact that by you following your heart, has led you to this point, and this is what you're celebrating. You're celebrating yourself of going through this journey, this deep journey you did in the last chapter of figuring yourself out, going to the real depths to figure yourself out, and you did this, and so this is what you're celebrating now, because now you're reaping the rewards of going on that long journey and figuring out what you did and being open-minded about it. So this is like a reward coming in here for that hard work. I feel like it's not the full reward, but it's like leading you into something that is much greater than you recognize at this moment of time. Between Wednesday and Friday, you're going through this energy of the devil. So something is coming up here that is tempting you. And so the devil is representative of an energy that's trying to tempt you to enslave you in some kind of way, enslave your energy. In the devil card, there's a man and a woman, and they have chains around their necks. They could easily remove the chains, but they don't even realize that the chains are on loosely. So because they're so entranced by the temptation. And clarifying this is the Lovers. So some sort of choice is happening here, some sort of choice that you have to make in regards to some sort of opportunity that is coming up for you here, Scorpio. Some sort of opportunity is coming up, and I feel like you're having to defend yourself from praying eyes. I feel like there's praying eyes. I'm seeing like glowing yellow eyes. Maybe there's someone around you that has yellow eyes, like the eye, I don't know what it's called, but around the eye itself, or whatever, the iris, it's usually white, but there's someone around you that has yellow in their eyes, and this person is an enemy of yours. This person is watching you with hate in their heart, and they're around you, and this person wants you to fail. And so it's like here, it's like this sort of trying to drag you into into the depth, and this is you defending yourself here from whatever this is. But you have a choice to make here in regards to this temptation, this sort of enslavement. So it's coming through as an opportunity, perhaps, but you're having to make the choice. Like, you're not saying yes right away, but you're having to make a choice here before you give an answer. And one choice is the Four of Pentacles, where you choose your security, where you try to control the outcome, try to control and be like, okay, this is the one I think I should go for because it gives me security, as allowing me to maybe have a control over my finances, so I won't have to be needy about stuff, needy about my finances. I won't, not needy, but like I won't need to worry about my finances. And so this is a very financial card here of like security, stability. That's why it's showing up. It's showing up as something that's stable. But the Four of Pentacles is not stable. It's a stagnant energy. It only uses up energy, and it basically stagnates you then. And the other option is the Star. Is to have hope and faith that divine blessings are coming in for you, and this is potential and renewal as well. So it's the divine blessings coming in for you, but it comes through hope and faith. So one of them is like wishy-washy, and the other one is like grounded, security, control over your finances, and the other one is like have hope, have faith. Divine blessings are going to come in for you in terms of your finances, and you're going to be renewed. Your potential is going to be increased. So this is the two options you're having to make here. This is what the Lovers card here is representative of, these two options. And I feel like the guy or the girl, I feel like it's a man specifically, because I keep seeing this man with yellow eyes, and this man with yellow eyes is going to offer you the Four of Pentacles opportunity. He comes across as very nice, but he hates you. And he wants to basically enslave you to a way of being that serves him, and it's you're making you tired. You're getting the short end of the stick, basically, in a nutshell. He's appealing. This opportunity that is the Four of Pentacles is appealing to your shadow self, because your shadow self is going to be like, well, this is secure. Like, I'll be able to have control over my finances. I won't have to worry about needing finances. The other one is not really grounded in reality. The other one is wishy-washy. Is like have hope, have faith, things are going to change, but when will things change? But this is like a test for you here, Scorpio. Believe it or not, it's a test for you to see which way you would go, given this energy of the devil. And the devil here is obviously like a blessed creature, to be honest. It's like a blessed situation of like really determining, what is your worth, of like, are you worth what you think you are, or are you less than what you think you are? Like, actions speak louder than words, actions speak louder than thoughts. What are you actually choosing to do is the question here. So this is what this devil energy is to test you, is to filter you, to see if you're full of shit or if you're not full of shit. This is basically what it is. This is what is representative of. Obviously, the obvious answer is to choose the Star. The number 17 is going to be significant around this time. If you see 17, you might see 17 somewhere while you're making this decision. Or 17 is going to be attached to this opportunity in some kind of way. The number 17 is going to be attached to this opportunity. It might be in the name, it might be something, but I'm seeing 17 is very significant here. And that is the choice you should go for. Go for the wishy-washy one. Nothing in life is set in stone. Everything is constantly changing, moving, and you need to really realize things can change in a second. Life isn't promised to anyone. You can make plans for 50 years, and you don't know. Today you could die, I could die. Who knows? Things can just change just like that. You can have all these plans, and again, I'm saying this because hope and faith leads to blessings, because you believe you are worth more. So what you feel inside, if you feel worthless, the universe is going to give you more situations where you feel worthless. But if you feel worthy, if you feel abundant, this universe is going to give you more situations where you feel worthy, where you can experience abundance, and experience those things. Basically, what you feel inside is what you experience. So This is what's happening here, is you're having to make a choice between the two paths that are being presented. You have to make a decision here between Wednesday and Friday. Don't go for the one that's tempting you. Go for the one that is wishy-washy. That's the one that's going to give you what you want exactly. The other one is just going to keep you enslaved, siphon your energy, and you're going to be very miserable in a few months of like, why did you go for this opportunity? It was the worst bloody decision you've made in a while. Don't do it. Go with, trust your heart. If you have any doubts, always ask your heart a question. Heart, should I do this? Don't allow your brain to answer. Just ignore your brain if it answers. Like, really feel your heart. If it feels heavy, if it feels heavy, feel. If it feel it. The feeling is very important. You need to feel it. If your heart feels heavy, it's probably a no. If your heart feels light, it's a yes. You just need to ask your heart out loud or in your mind. Probably out loud is probably best, when no one's around. Don't allow your brain to answer. Sometimes the brain is too quick and it'll answer, and it will influence the heart. Just like, ask your heart the question, and I feel like you will get the right guidance. You will get the right direction of which one is best for you. Between Friday and Sunday, you're working hard here. You're persevering through hard, persevering, working hard, persevering through the competition. You're investing, you're planning for more things that you want to do, and you're seeing growth. You are seeing growth here. You're seeing a lot of growth here, and this growth is making you very optimistic. It's making you very you feel like an enthusiastic youngster, like, anything's possible. I can create things. You're very spiritually protected, and you're going to be seeing a lot of feathers during this time, between Friday and Sunday, and just fire. You're going to be seeing fire, literal fire. It could be like fire lights, like those pyres, those things that they have where they have the lights. You're just going to be seeing fire a lot in general. And this is a confirmation you're on the right path. And you're going to be seeing feathers also, a lot of feathers. And you're going to be feeling very optimistic, having all of these bright ideas. Again, planning of like what you can do here, what you can do there, and really acting upon it. And you're seeing a lot of growth here this week in whatever it is that you're honing your skills in. You're applying everything that you've learned within your life and really applying it at this point in time. And this hangman energy of like the theme for the week is really important, because you have a very important decision to make about what you need to surrender, what you need to sacrifice. This decision is like a test, but you need to be at a point where you feel like where everything is on pause, so you make the right decision. It's like time is going to feel very slow, but it's really important that time is feeling slow for you, so that you can make the correct choice here about what these two decisions you need to go for. Obviously, I've given you the answer. It's like, when you go into a test, but you've got the answers, you don't even need to think about it. You're just like, oh yeah. Because when you choose the star, this is divine blessings are going to come in for you. But it feels wishy-washy because there's hope and faith. But divine blessings, you just need to have trust. But you need to go through this energy of feeling like things are moving slow, things are on pause, so you can gain a new perspective about recognizing that what the Four of Pentacles opportunity is and what the Star opportunity is, and being able to discern between both of them of what they really are, what they represent, and what they will give you. Don't go for things that are reminiscent of an old cycle you've been through, like the previous cycle, like I was saying in the channel. Don't be too still. Allow yourself to move forwards in this new cycle that you're in, because you've come down from the mountain here. You've come down from the mountain here, and actually the next part is the Wheel of Fortune in the Fool's Journey, and the Wheel of Fortune is basically all about your destiny, stepping into your destiny, and this is what you're in right now. You're in this stepping into your destiny here, but again, you're not where you want to be. You're already working on it, but you're seeing a lot of growth here this week. Um, let's pull you out some challenges to see what's trying to stop you here this week. So challenges will show up in one way or another, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. One way or another, they will show up, not because I say so, but because that's your energy. And these things are trying to stop you from moving forwards and elevating your life and becoming happier. It's just an energy. Sometimes it could be things or people, but the best thing to do is when these challenges come in, you don't give them energy. So when you don't give it energy, it will die off. It will be cut off. And if someone's trying to harm you, you don't speak to them, because when you speak to them, you give them more opportunities to hurt you or harm you, whatever. Um, so your challenge is for this week is you're having difficulty stepping into divine masculine energy or following your creative impulses and following. So divine masculine energy is manifestation, but manifestation through action, following creative impulses, taking inspired action towards what makes you feel more powerful. This is what this is. You're finding it challenging because you're lacking mental clarity. You're not able to express yourself within yourself. You know, your self-expression is not, it's not the best. You're not able to express yourself to yourself about how things are making you feel at this time because you're still in that old cycle of like being still, but you're being asked to be more open, to open up again from that close, like a flower, like open up. This is what's happening. You're flourishing like a flower here, but you know, by you expressing yourself to yourself and communicating with people, you're able to clear up your mind and allow ideas to flow into you, the ideas that will help you. And you're also finding it challenging to tap into your own spirituality because you're not asking enough questions. Don't just go with things, don't be still. That chapter's ended. Take the lessons, but not take the situations. Take the lessons that you've learned, but don't take this, the situations with you. You're finding it difficult because you're not asking questions, just staying too still. Do not stay too still. Move now. Like that chapter's over, and this is blocking you spiritually. This is blocking your psychic gifts by you not asking questions. You need to ask questions internally, externally, and this is what this self-expression is all about. Asking questions to yourself. Even daydream if you need to. Daydream if you need to, and you will get some answers about. Be like an inquisitive child. Ask questions about, what's inspiring you, what you need to take action towards, what else what do you feel like doing creatively? What kind of impulse do you have? What do you feel like doing in this moment? Don't be still. Don't be still. You're being still is like you're too much in your divine feminine. You need to be balanced. You need to be in your divine masculine and your feminine. So if you're receiving all the time, you're not able to create anything. So you need to be balanced. So because you are creating something right now, but you need to create something and receive. You need to be balanced. If you're always trying to receive, you're just going to receive everything, not necessarily what you want, but you're going to receive everything. So you need to create what it is you want. Like you need to follow creative impulses. You need to take inspired action towards what makes you feel powerful. And so then when you do stuff like that, the universe will reciprocate and give you what you feel inside. So if you feel powerful inside, the universe is going to give you more situations where you feel powerful. And the way you feel powerful is by following your urges, following your instincts, following your intuition about what you need to do. And this is what inspired action is, and this is what creative impulses are. And express yourself, be free. You're free. You're in a new cycle. Be free. Keep moving. Do things. Don't be still at this time because it's going to create a blockage for you, and it's going to hinder you. And in some ways, you're not. So if you're able to get over this week, it will not be an issue for you moving forward. However, if you give into not asking yourself questions, not express self, not doing self-expression, not communicating with people, trying to clear up your mind or whatever questions there are, this can go on for a while, and this is the whole point of this hangman energy, is you're recognizing what you need to surrender. And I feel very strongly is what you need to surrender is that stillness. Sacrifice that stillness. It feels like a superpower, I get it, it feels like a superpower to you, but it's hindering you in this new chapter. It was something that was needed for power for the old chapter. There's a new power that you will learn in this new chapter. It's not that you're forgetting to be still, but you're being still in certain situations now. This new chapter calls for a different energy, complete different energy. So yeah, again, these challenges, they might not affect you to a great deal, but you know, it's definitely there. So don't give it any attention, don't give it your energy. Step into your divine masculine energy here and take action towards your desires, towards your dreams, to be honest with you. So let's pull out an outcome and see what is going on for you here. So you are finding success here, and feeling more motivated and focused. You are, it's like you're driven on a mission. You're no longer allowing the past influences. You're no longer allowing childhood memories to shape your identity. You are now actively shaping your own identity, and you're finding a lot of pleasure by doing so. You're no longer acting upon what people have told you, what you've seen in media, social media, about how you should be. You know, and you're freeing yourself from this energy of being inauthentic. You're freeing yourself from this energy of being inauthentic. You're now moving it from a place of authenticity. But you also have some sorrow here because you're letting go. You have feeling pain because you're letting go of that part of you that has given you quite a bit of strength. But there's more ways than one to have strength. You know, that stillness, that calm that you've learned in this last chapter is very important for you, because the strength card, it basically teaches that no matter what comes before you, you need to be calm and strong. And this is what the whole thing of you going through that last chapter was. It's not just being still, but also being strong. So in the fool's journey, he's climbing up a rocky mountain, and as he's climbing up the rocky mountain, the sun bears down on him, and as he gets to the top of the cliff, the lion appears right before him, and he doesn't have a weapon. He can't outrun the lion, and he gets scared and fearful and anxious, and so the lion becomes fearful and anxious, and he tries to eat him. And before he can eat him, the fool starts to pray because he has nothing he can do. And as he prays, this flower maiden appears behind the lion. She puts her hands on the lion and she calms the lion down. The fool tries to ask her how she subjugated the lion, but she shushes him. And she says to him, there's more ways than one to use strength. And this is talking about inner strength. And so she says to the fool, the lion sensed I was calm and strong, so the lion also became calm and strong. So the lion tried to eat her. So this is what you were learning in this last stage, about being still. It wasn't just about being still, it was about being calm and strong. This is what the whole purpose of that, and you know this already, and it's probably like, oh, strength, you're like, oh, you're listening to me right now, like, oh yeah, strength, you're right. And so that was the whole point of that, and the reason why you went through that is so the lion represents a problem, an obstacle that is on your path. Now, what you are on the inside is reflected on the outside. So inside of you, if you were fearful and anxious and worried, you know, the universe will give you more situations where you can become anxious, worried, and you know, but whereas, you know, and this is in regards to a problem, so a problem would appear. However, if a problem appears and you're calm and strong, the situation would turn out differently to if you were feeling fearful and anxious. So it's a big shift. It seems very small, but it's a huge shift that you have to be determined no matter what shows up in front of you to keep going down your path, and that was the whole point of you going through this last chapter, was to learn that. So you're feeling a bit of pain of letting go of this side of you that you've become attached to, because it gives you strength. You feel strong by being like this, but you need to embody not being still, but being calm and strong. It's about being calm and strong, not being still. Like, you see it as stillness, you understand it as stillness, and I've been saying it as stillness, but it's actually being calm and strong. And you know I'm right. I'm reading your energy. You're like, oh, you're right. And so this is what it's about: being calm and strong, no matter what appears before your life, because you're shifting now. You're shifting into a much better life, and it requires. There will be some situations that will appear that are not the best, but if you become worried and fearful in those situations, as the situations appear, more of those kind of situations will appear. Whereas if you change your vibration and keep the lesson that you've learned of being calm and strong, and moving with that, and not like dropping the idea of being still, but being calm and strong instead. When situations arise and problems arise, where normally you would be fearful and anxious, you being calm and strong, you will be able to traverse through it successfully, and less of the situations will manifest in your life because you're not being fearful or anxious in any kind of way. So yeah, now you're officially actively choosing to step into this new cycle. Your luck is changing here, and you're moving in line with your destiny. Things are going to move for you very quickly here, in your favor, and good karma is going to be able to come in for you, a harmonious change. So you're coming into even more harmony this week, balance, and you're not going to feel like you're juggling everything at once, because you're embodying the lesson that you learned in this last chapter of being calm and strong. But you are also letting go of the idea of being still. Like, you need to move, but be calm and strong no matter what appears. I hope you get what I'm saying. But other than that, it's looking like a fantastic week for you. You're leveling up here, and this week is the beginning of it. But make sure you pass the test that's coming in between Wednesday and Friday. Don't get caught up, because at the beginning of a cycle, you can either go forwards or backwards. I think I've said this to you before, but if you go like quarter way into the new cycle and you somehow end up at the beginning of the new cycle, you can't go back into the old cycle, because that energetic pathway no longer exists. So just bear that in mind. Keep moving forward. Your future is much brighter than your past, and don't go for things that you've already experienced and learned a lesson from. Things that make you feel anxious, like, don't go for those things. You have the inner guidance. Use your inner guidance to lead you forward. Use your heart, again, like I said, to move yourself forward within your life. You're more than capable of doing it. Just trust and believe in yourself. Believe in the wishy-washy, the woo-woo. Have the hope and have the faith, and divine blessings are going to come in for you here. You're going to start to see them here this week, as well as having your potential renewed. Like, you're going through a potential renewal this week. So, very fantastic reading. I'm going to leave it reading here. If you'd like to book a reading, my website is down in the description. I am now offering a service as well. If you feel like you're under spiritual attack of any kind, I'm able to determine what's attacking you, where it's coming from, whether it's a demon, entity, poltergeist, whatever it is. So I'm offering that service now. If you want to book it, it's down in my website, which is down in the description. Other than that, have a fantastic week, and I shall see you soon.